Alrighty. Awesome. All right. Well, welcome everyone. We have Matt Aldrich here of Pet Engine Marketing. So he's going to be discussing email marketing and all the tips and tricks that he has amassed over his many years as being a marketing email pro and so forth. So if you go over to the chat, I have some information there just to kind of get us started. So under the chat bar, there are a couple tabs that you'll see. There's a poll tab where we have a couple questions hanging out for you that you're welcome to engage with if you like. They're not mandatory, but it's kind of cool to know what people are doing. And then if you have any questions during this presentation, go ahead and put them in the question tab. That way they all populate there so that they can be addressed as we go or at the end. And then of course in the chat, you're welcome to chit chat, say anything that comes to mind, comments, thoughts, that kind of thing in there. So yeah, we're at 2 o'clock. Yeah, there we go.
So everybody is here on time or early, which is always awesome. I figure we maybe give people a minute or two just to jump in. I know we've got, 40 people, 38 people in here right now, and quite a few registered. Actually, you sold out on the initial tier of this, so you had to upgrade and get more people on the list, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's really good to see everybody so interested in something like this. It just shows that our groups are very, very proactive when it comes to promoting themselves. One thing I will say, just kind of in my world, like hanging out on like the social media feeds, I'm loving the videos and the reels and the posts that everyone is doing right now. They're so much fun. So yeah, I never cease to be impressed by y'all.
It's a busy time of year, definitely have to be on your A game right now. Mm-hmm. Do you know, I actually don't even know if this is true. I was just told this by one of my bosses at my old marketing agency, but do you know the reason why Black Friday is called Black Friday?
No.
It was because initially that is when almost every company goes into the black. Like these big companies, right? They spend 11 months out of the year operating in the red, and then by the end of November or so they get into the black. So it's this big woohoo moment, and all of December is just profit for them. So I don't know if that is true. That's just what I was told many years ago, so we'll see.
I like it. That makes sense. That's cool. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, so I think we should get started, guys. I want to hear where everybody's from. Can you put something in the chat? Just let us know where you're tuning in from, whether it is a city or a state or both. I want to hear from you guys. I'll start it off. Cool, we got some Midwesterners. Always love to see my Midwest folk. Oh, we got some Canadians. Love it. We are international today. That's awesome. And the West Coast representing for sure. Got California, Utah. Couple Colorados. Ooh, another person from Michigan. Let's go, fam. I mean, we're like family. Everybody up here in the mitten, we're family pretty much.
That's awesome.
Wyoming, another Canada, Edmonton. Love it. Super cool to see so many people from all across the country tuning in. Definitely speaks to the power of Astro and the kind of position that you guys have within the pet industry specifically. So.
Absolutely.
All right, let's ask another question. Guys, tell me what your best selling or no. Tell me what your most exciting new holiday product is in your business.
Oh my gosh.
Most exciting new holiday product that you're super excited for customers to see and you're 100% certain the shelves are going to clear out.
I've seen so many cool puzzle toys on our feeds. Yeah. Oh, puzzle. Yes.
Like for humans or for pets? Popcorn.
What's a popcorn? Okay.
Countdown calendars. Yeah, I have an advent calendar for my dog. Ooh, Christmas cake pops. Love that. Sounds delicious. Are those human grade? I
used to eat the cookies at the store, so.
Bandanas, PJs, dog beds and blankets. Cool.
Oh, yay.
We got significantly less crowd input there than everybody's like where they're tuning in from. So
There's so much.
yeah,
It's hard to
true.
pick
There's
just
so much.
one.
It's a lot. Bocce's, we like bocce's around here. Holiday themed cookies and cupcakes, always a winner. It's your classics, right? You can't go wrong with those. Is that an oatmeal peanut butter cookie assortment?
Ooh.
Awesome. Okay, I think I had maybe one more question if I can remember what it is. Oh yeah, yes. Guys, what are you most excited for in like the holiday season? Like what's going to happen between now and the end of the year that you are most excited for? Christmas dinner bundles, Christmas mystery boxes. Love to hear that. What are you most excited for before the end of the year?
Yes.
Santa Paws. Yeah, like all of our clients are doing some kind of photo with Santa Paws thing. Officially launching a business. Let's go. That is fantastic. Love that.
Congratulations.
Kissing 2024 goodbye. Honestly, I understand where you're coming from.
Relatable.
2025 is going to be much better. I promise it. Hitting promotional goals, staff parties, rescue adoption events, more Santa photos, holiday pet events with 4 different rescues. That is amazing.
That's awesome. You go on.
Dog food drives. Yeah, we're doing stuff like that too with some of our clients. Some super cool ideas here.
Meet the author. Ooh, that's cool.
Event. Some new projects in store. Yeah, 2025, new year, new stuff. Like, I'll tell you, we have so much new stuff going on in our business right now. It is kind of difficult for me to even keep up what's happening in my own business. So, sounds like everybody is pretty engaged, looking forward to the holiday season, looking forward to 2025. That is really, really awesome. I'm going to get started with our presentation here. We've got 25-ish minutes. I'm going to do my best to get through everything that I can. This is, I know I did promise 20 email ideas in 20 minutes. I'm going to really do my best to zoom through this a little bit and get to those 20 ideas. Okay, guys, for everybody asking, Kat here with Astro is going to be recording this presentation. She's also going to upload it to YouTube. She's going to send out an email to the registered attendees that have the recording of the YouTube, and I will make sure that she also has the slides available in that email too. So you will be able to get access to this replay. You will be able to get access to the slides. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. We do have time for we should have time for Q&A after. I designated some time for Q&A after. It really just depends. Hopefully we get there in time. So I'm going to jump into this. Super excited to get started and dig into some holiday hustle, right? So we're going to talk about email marketing strategies to drive sales. This is primarily meant for pet retailers, although with lots of marketing things out there, lots of emails out there, there's certainly a way to apply it to almost any kind of business. So whether you're running a different kind of local business or a different brick and mortar, maybe you have a local service business like you're a sitter or walker or daycare groomer trainer, anything like that. If you sell something, there's a way to utilize some of the stuff that's in this presentation. So always like to start off with an agenda, right? First one is why email is going to be your most important holiday marketing tactic this year, okay? Number 2, pre-holiday prep. So that's the stuff that you guys should have been doing all year round. But if you haven't done it all year round, we're going to build on some of those practices right now. Some key campaign strategies for BF, SBS, CM. That's going to be Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, maximizing engagement through December, right? We don't want to, let our foot off the gas. Post-holiday follow-up, can't forget about that too, because usually January is like, January stinks, but we're going to make sure January does not stink. Number 6, quick tips for winning holiday season. Plus, I have a bonus email marketing cheat sheet for pet retailers. So you'll get the link and a QR code for that. Stick around. Number 7, we're going to recap everything. And then 8, assuming we got some time, I can go past 2:30 Eastern time. So if there's Q&A afterward, I'll be around. I just want to respect your time. So hopefully we get there in time. And let's get started. So very briefly, I launched Pet Engine Marketing in 2017. My name's Matt Aldrich. We've been working with pet businesses since 2017. My very first job was actually at an independent pet retailer. That was when I was like 16. So I've technically been in the pet industry for 17 years. I'm also co-founder with Pet Industry Network, which is a partner in putting on this event with Astro. So ask me more about that later. What we do at Pet Engine Marketing is we help local and small to medium-sized pet businesses grow by improving their marketing in measurable ways. So like I said, last 7 years, we've been working with businesses all across the country and Canada, providing a variety of marketing services like SEO, social media, definitely email marketing. It's only gotten more important, event promotions, strategy, reporting, all that good stuff. Okay, on to the meat and potatoes, right? Let's talk about the holiday hustle, some email marketing strategies to drive sales, and ultimately like foot traffic too, right? It's super tough during the holiday season. And the reason for that is everybody's marketing, right? All these big companies that you consider your competition, they've actually been withholding some of their marketing dollars because they know it gets more expensive, it gets more crowded, it gets more noisy during the holiday season. So how do you like cut through it all, right? Like how do you stand out to your customers? Email is definitely one of the reasons, right? Statistically, it drives the highest return on investment out of any marketing channel. Every $1 that you spend on email marketing, on average, there's $36 return. So over the holidays, it's really not just any marketing tactic. It can really make or break your last 2 months of the year. Furthermore, 68% of holiday shoppers pay more attention to emails from the companies they shop at during the holidays, which means you actually have a higher chance of getting your emails opened this time of year than any other time of year because people are looking for deals. However, last year, there were 116.5 million emails sent on Black Friday. That's crazy. There was also another 106 million sent on Cyber Monday. Black Friday actually saw the highest number of opens and clicks more than any other single day of the year. So this is what I said. It is super duper crowded out there, right? But for good reason. People who buy products through email spend about 138% more than the people that don't get the products, or sorry, don't buy it. They just get the email offers, right? So if you have an engaged shopper, if you have a customer that is likely to purchase through email, or maybe they've purchased through email in the past, you're missing out by not sending email marketing campaigns to those kinds of customers. So how do we stand out, right? Every single competitor, big and small, is sending email campaigns. What can you do to generate sales in your business during the biggest shopping weekend of the year, right? Your goal is to turn your email subscribers into holiday shoppers. They've already given you their contact information, so all we have to do is create some highly targeted, relevant offers or emails, and then manage the messaging in a way to influence consumers. So let's start about everything that you should have been doing over the past year, 2 years, 3 years, basically since you opened your business, right? I'm talking about list building. List building refers to building your list of email subscribers. This is not just a holiday activity. It is a year-round marketing tactic, and you really need it in order to make email marketing effective, right? It increases your brand awareness in sales. It helps you stay top of mind to your audience when you regularly send out emails. The holidays are just the time to really cash in on it. So there are, 99 ways to build your list. In store, I would say at the register, loyalty programs like Astro, like you have to be adding people to your list. When you go into a big store like Macy's, it's second nature for staff, right? They expect you to hand over your email information. It's kind of surprising if you don't. And it really has to become second nature in your stores as well. Online, there's really no shortage of ways that you can build your list, right? Social media, your website, paid ads, lead magnets, kind of anything that you really want. So some quick ways to build your list, right? If you feel like you don't have much of a list right now, I would recommend you could probably get this done within the next 3 days and add several hundred or several thousand people to your list. Think about a giveaway or a raffle, right? Whether it's a gift basket or maybe it's something online. Intro offers are super easy and super important too, right? New customer offer, maybe you get 15% off your first order as long as they put their email in. Loyalty programs like Astro definitely make it very easy to build the list as well. For things like that, I would really just push the benefits and the value of getting people signed up to your list. Nobody really wants to be spammed, right? Nobody wants their inbox abused. But if you tell people, hey, we send out monthly promotions. We send out reminders when you've like hit your frequent buyer program or when your next order will be free. Sending out those kinds of benefits and values, they provide value to the consumer, right? They're not clutter or noise. So make sure that you're pushing those benefits and values in building your list. Another pre-holiday prep, I really can't stress this enough, how important it is to be organized during the holiday marketing season. There's so much happening all at once, not just from a marketing standpoint, but in your business, it's really easy to get overwhelmed. So if you put together your content calendar well ahead of time, it does go a long way to make you feel like you're not building the plane as you fly it. So plan out your promotions, make sure you're creating your email marketing well ahead of time, and then schedule it based on the optimal day of the week or the time of day for open rates and clicks based on your audience. Okay, let's get into some of the juicy stuff, right? Key campaigns that you should be sending for Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. Okay, so for Black Friday, I think your first email has to go out like at the latest the week of. So Monday or Tuesday, that would be November 25th or 26th, like a week from today. I actually have clients where the Black Friday offer initial one went out today. Like we're way ahead of the game. And the reason for that is if you wait until just Black Friday, people are going to get 116 million emails, right? Or at least their slice of it. So try and get ahead of it. I think a VIP offer is super important too. This can be extremely personalized, right? Emphasize the why for the recipients. It creates that connection, and that connection is what creates conversions. Then you have like your day of Black Friday universal offer, right? That normally goes out on Black Friday, maybe the evening before. And then last but not least, for those of you that are taking advantage of the multitude of Astro offers that are available over the weekend, a general offer is not necessarily a bad idea, but if you want to drive better results, use the Astro marketing suite to send your specific offers to customers that have redeemed an offer from that brand or manufacturer in the past 30, 60, or 90 days. The last thing I would say is make sure you're sending reminder emails to people that didn't open the original campaigns, right? Make sure you're following and re-engaging with them. Small Business Saturday, okay? Again, Astro is going to have tons of exclusive and new offers available on this Small Business Saturday. I really recommend the targeted offers here, like a relevant targeted email to an audience segment of 200 people can generate more sales than a general email list of 2,000 people. I also want to spend a couple minutes talking about the personal email from the owner. I've seen incredible results from an email campaign that this is kind of what I call it, right? So, and it's not just for Small Business Saturday. It could be for a big event or Customer Appreciation Day or even big sales like this, right? So a couple tips on this personal email. It should show up in your customer's inbox as coming from Susan Smith from the Pet Depot, right? Instead of it coming from the Pet Depot. The idea here is to pull on the emotional connection that a lot of store owners have with their customers. Don't be afraid to get personal in this email, right? 2024 has been difficult for families and businesses across the country. Purchasing products at your business rather than Petco, PetSmart, Walmart, Chewy, it means that employees keep their jobs, right? Families get fed, businesses stay open. What it doesn't contribute to is like a private jet or a second vacation home at these other companies. So really lean on that messaging hard about how important shopping small is, shopping local is, and try and send out a personal email from the owner. I would put a picture of yourself in that as well and just say, hey, we've got Small Business Saturday. There's 24 various offers that you can come into, get dollars off specific products, or maybe you've got your own promotion going on, whatever it is. But I would really focus on the why rather than the what, right? Tell them how important it is that the local community supports local businesses. Okay, Cyber Monday, right? If you've got an e-commerce shop, I think free shipping is kind of a no-brainer, but I would also look to encourage bulk discounts, right? Or maybe like the first 25 orders get a free gift, things like that. For retailers that want to get in on the action for Cyber Monday, I'll be honest with you, it's probably going to be challenging. I know a lot of us don't have the same kind of infrastructure or e-commerce kind of setup going for them that makes it extremely easy. The other issue is that if you're trying to advertise some of this stuff in a way that isn't email, it's expensive at this time of year. Everybody's doing holiday shopping. All of the big box e-commerce retailers are spending a ton of money promoting that as well. So email is really like your best direct line to cut through some of that noise, because social media is just going to be it's going to be a mess, right? For Cyber Monday campaigns specifically, don't be afraid of loss leaders, right? Like if you're gonna do a loss leader on this one day of the calendar year, the idea is that the potential value of the long-term customer here is worth that loss. That is what every single one of these bigger businesses and e-commerce stores is banking on as well, right? Maybe this means that it's the first bag free for a 3-month food subscription, or you take 30% off and eliminate your margin entirely. Like whatever it is, it's an opportunity to win a long-term customer. And I would say Cyber Monday is probably the most competitive arena that you can get into, right? The other ones, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, I think you have a little bit more of an inherent advantage by having a brick and mortar location and being a small local business. So yes, loss leader, product or service that's sold at a price basically below market cost to make it more attractive. It means that you don't make a ton of money on that. And that's okay, right? It's the long-term potential value of this customer that you're paying for, that you want to get. All right, so we get through the craziness of Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. Now we get into December. Do we just like turn it off because we're tired? I don't think so, right? We really got to build on the holidays. And one of the ways that I've seen this work is like you could do 12 days of deals or 12 dogs of Christmas, however you want to word it or however you want to design it. With the number of Astro offers available during the holidays, it's pretty easy to unveil them one day at a time. There's also some super basic templates within the Astro marketing suite where you just like swap out the offer and then you launch the campaign. Like this really doesn't take more than 5 minutes at the start of your day. So think about a 12 days of deals kind of campaign that you could run. I also really like gift guides, right? A gift guide is like a product or bundle of suggestions that can maintain your margins, but I would really focus on providing something that people aren't going to get elsewhere, or like a unique offering or unique bundle that people can't find elsewhere in this specific bundle, right? Gift guides are amazing, right? It's even better if you have that online purchasing option to provide an easy button to buy that product on display, right? This is something that I really liked as well, right? This abandoned cart reminder. So this one specifically says it's now or never. Place your order by the end of the day, Friday, to receive it in time for Christmas. So it plays on the urgency, plays on the messaging to get the gift or the product by Christmas Day, and it also plays on scarcity, right? So the holiday supply is dwindling. Make sure you order now if you want to take advantage of it. The abandoned cart reminders are super important as well. They just engage shoppers that may have dropped the ball at the final hurdle, right? But if you create these holiday related deadlines, they really can push that ball over the line. Okay, so post holiday follow-up, right? Big holidays are done. Now what? Christmas sale, right? I would say you got to start liquidating some of that holiday inventory and start making room on the shelves. So all of your holiday themed toys and treats, let's say up to 50% off, maybe buy 2, get the 3rd free. Whatever you have to do to get them gone, you basically have 5 days to do it. So a holiday clearance sale, super important. Once you get into the new year, I would focus on like new arrivals, right? What's new and exciting in your business? New year, new goals. You can focus on health, wellness, things like that. I also love the idea of holiday bounce backs and thank you cards, basically. So for shoppers that did purchase something from you during the holidays, whether that's Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, anytime in December, I would follow up on that with another personal message from the owner. Think of it as like a personal thank you, right? Sometimes this looks, feels, and performs even better if it's a personal email from your personal inbox rather than like a launched campaign. Even better is a handwritten thank you card that you mail out or hand deliver to them from the owner of the store to the people that purchased over the holidays. If that's way too many people, then maybe you just want to limit it to like, say, your top 25 customers from last year. It is really a great time, and if you're not going to do it at any time throughout the year, December is the best time to like really show appreciation and gratitude for some of your customers that repeatedly shop at you throughout the year. By the time January rolls around, take a moment to consider how your customers are probably feeling, right? The holidays are stressful when it comes to gift buying. Maybe it's family, maybe it's health related stuff, but there's also purchases and financing, and things are just stressful. It can feel like by the time the holidays are over, you just want to step back and take a breath, you know? Frequently for retailers, January is like the slowest month of the year. it doesn't have to be. I don't know why I keep hearing that realistically. So focus on liquidating the holiday inventory, deep discounts on some of that stuff, do thank yous, and then January bounce backs I think are a really good opportunity to get people back into the store in January once they've purchased in December. So people that shopped online or in store in December, they should get either a postcard with like a little coupon or a discount code that is valid only in January. You can send that out automated by email, or they can be handed out at the register as like a bag stuffer. So really feel like that kind of thing to encourage another visit in January can be super important. Okay, so quick tips for a winning holiday season. Let's talk about subject lines, right? Subject lines are going to make or break your email campaigns. A boring one means that all the effort and time that you put into creating the content, creating the email, scheduling it out, it's wasted as customers skip, move it to spam, delete it, or archive your email blast. So use some of these tips to stand out in your customer's inbox. I do have a few examples incoming on the next couple of slides too. So add time-based urgency, right? If something is going to run out at the end of the day or at the end of the week, make sure that that is apparent in the subject line. Try and personalize it based on your segmentation and data as well. So if you are sending like a general email to every single recipient in your list, it's difficult to personalize. It's difficult to segment. But if you can create a targeted offer based on what type of pet that person has, whether it's a dog, a cat, or a bird, small mammal, whatever it is, that creates a more targeted offer. If you can create an email that specifically focuses on, hey, you're a top 25 customer or you're one of the VIPs, you definitely have a higher chance of that getting opened rather than the alternative. Number 3, use some action words, right? So don't just say, hey, these are the holiday deals, right? Use some action words that are like, hey, unlock, unveil, reveal, take advantage, things like that. If you have to, incentivize people appropriately, right? If you have to give them additional discounts, or if they are a lapsed customer, maybe they get something deeper. Make sure you have an idea of what your customers are looking for. Keep in mind that generally this time of year and in 24 as a whole, there's going to be a lot of value shoppers. So really go hard on that holiday clearance campaign. I mean it, you have to liquidate everything as quickly as you can. Avoid vague language, right? Vague language is it's going to be boring, and boring doesn't stand out. So a couple examples here. If your original subject line was holiday deals are here, an improved one would be like 24 hours only, unwrap our biggest pet deals of the year. So get creative, right? I would say use an emoji, but don't go overboard. I would say your better bet is to like be kind of snappy or sassy or sarcastic. Anything you can do to stand out from the crowd. Remember, 116.5 million emails are getting sent out. Another subject line, get early access to holiday sales. Early access, why? Right? Let them know why they're getting early access. Let them know that this is a VIP only offer and that they're one of a select few that get that early access. So turn it into VIP access inside, unlock holiday savings just for you. So a couple examples there. And then last but not least here, guys, there's no shortage of ways for you to optimize and improve on email marketing. It does mean that you have to be diligent about tracking data, tracking subject lines, learning from that past experience, and really approach it in a way that allows you to make data-driven decisions. So whatever you're doing this year, make note of it in a spreadsheet or in a document, and revisit that in the following years to improve it, not just for like next year's holidays, but for next year's big sales or big events. Like find out what resonates with your audience specifically, and then lean on that for future marketing. In terms of what can you test different subject lines, right? Test different audience segments, test different CTAs, which is a call to action, normally like your button on the email. Test different graphics or different sender names. Going back to the sender name, that personal email from the owner, we found that like one of our clients had such a personal relationship with probably 90% of their customers that emails that specifically said they were coming from the owner, even though she was just approving them, she wasn't making them, we were making them, but it said that they were coming from the owner, got like a 15% higher open rate than if we had just said it was coming from the store. Guys, that personal connection is really what drives your business during the holiday season, and you have to lean on that as much as you can. Okay, so here's my email marketing cheat sheet for pet retailers. So this cheat sheet helps retailers create some emails that resonate with their audience, build additional engagement, so clicks and opens, and then drive action. So beyond clicks and opens, it pushes them to actually convert. So there's 20 tips and strategies in this document to help you see higher open rates, more clicks, and ultimately build more loyalty within your customer base. So you can use that URL right there, or you can scan that QR code right now. It'll just take you to a landing page. Quick recap, I'm going to bring back that QR code in a little bit here. So got to recap. I think the time is pretty close to 2:30, so I think we're going to be right on time here. Email, most important marketing tactic. I'm not just blowing smoke here. I can't personally send 116 billion emails on Black Friday. So someone somewhere else is like, wow, email is pretty important this time of year. Guys, you got to get in on the action, right? Average $36 in ROI for every $1 spent. Everybody's doing it. You just need to do it better. Prep to win before the holidays, right? Use a content calendar. Don't miss a day or a date. There are actually 20 individual campaign ideas in this presentation spanning from just before Black Friday, so like a couple days from now, through early January. So feel free to look back at some of these slides. People are going to spend money on their pets, right? If you don't stay relevant and stay in front of them throughout December, they're going to spend it elsewhere. So make sure you're staying front of mind and ensure that you're going to have a busy December as well. Post-holiday follow-up, right? You got to get rid of everything holiday related pretty much as fast as possible. You've got like a 5-day window to get it gone, and there's no sense really in hanging on to it. The major purchasing period has passed, and now you're really, really catering to some of those value shoppers. But you should do it anyways, right? You just got to get rid of it. Grab that pet retailer email marketing cheat sheet to maximize your email marketing campaigns during the holidays and beyond right here. URL is right there. Actually, there's a way to show this link. Promote on stage. Promote. Cool, look at that. You can just click on that. And yeah, now we do have some time for Q&A. Before we jump into Q&A, I do want to thank Kat and Astro for giving me this platform and allowing me to present to you guys. I hope you found it super valuable. Looking forward to digging into some of these questions as well.
Yes, I found it valuable. I almost screenshot a couple of pages, especially the subject line ones. I was like, okay, I need that. I need these in my life, despite my recording it.
Yeah, no worries. So the subject line it's the first filter, right? Like if people don't open the email, then it's a failure. So we had a couple of questions. Jennifer asked, when we collect email and phone numbers when we enroll customers, is that treated as an opt-in? The opt-ins are, in this case, it's a little vague, right? You can always do a double opt-in where like when you add them to the list, they get sent a confirmation email, and that would really kind of secure it. But most of the time, I would just say at the register, inform them that you intend to send a monthly newsletter plus, notifications when you have big events or sales. As long as they know that, honestly, most people know that that if they give you their email address, they're going to expect some of this stuff. Like they're going to expect you to email them. That's why I say it's a bit murky. If they're signing up online, normally there's that double opt-in required, and I definitely recommend that.
Yeah, and in Astro, if they give you their email address, so all the email addresses that you have saved to pet owner accounts in your Astro loyalty account can be used to send emails out, so they don't have to do any sort of like secondary opt-in. SMS is a little bit different. It does require something to be checked on their pet owner account when they give you that phone number. So you add their phone number and you check a box, and that is just recording like a verbal opt-in, just because SMS is a little bit stricter.
For sure, it is. And yeah, like you said, people can opt out of SMS, but SMS is the new frontier. Like your text message inbox, like it used to be this sacred space, and now it's not. If people want your text messages, that is a huge buying sign. They love your business. They want to receive texts from you. So I would take advantage of it. they will let you know in one way or another if you're sending too many, whether that's in like a high unsubscribe rate or a high spam rate, things like that. I think most of you also have a pretty good inherent understanding of what your customers are like, because a lot of them are kind of just like us, right? Like they're regular people. We are all commonly bound by pet parenthood or pet ownership, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of the customers that shop at our stores tend to build personal relationships with you because there's this, not just the common connection, but commonalities in many other parts of life. If you feel like getting 30 emails in a month, like a daily email, is too much, then they probably feel that way too. But you're also doing them a disservice by not giving them an opportunity to save money on some of the products that they're going to buy anyways, especially when those products are discounted through Astro by like the manufacturer discounts that they give out on the monthly promotions. So that's how I see it, right? Like if there's an opportunity for them to save money on something that they consider an essential, which almost tons of pet products are, then it's a disservice to not inform them of it.
We had a good question in the question section from Claudia. So she asks, what about video? Does that affect the open rate, like a video message from the owner or take a tour of our holiday toys and treats?
I would say it is a good idea, but you can't embed the video directly into the email. You would have to link it out, which means you upload it onto YouTube or upload it onto your website or Facebook or Instagram or something, and then send that link in the email. It's not a bad idea. We've certainly done things like that as well. And you generate clicks. I would say it's a good idea if you've got people if you have an audience that really resonates with the video specifically. You can also kind of give them the option, right? Like you can provide a video at the bottom of a link, specifically like a PS or a postscript. But I would think, just in my experience, like that written letter from the owner, that message from the owner, maybe you want to transcribe it as a video as well. But I think it comes across like a little bit more universal if it's just this video that goes out, whereas an email, you can personalize it a little bit. Like if you have data, you can personalize an email by saying, hey, first name, thanks so much for shopping at my store so much this season. It's been amazing helping you with all of the products needed for your pet's name. And if you have all this information, like you can fill in these little fields within the email and it can feel much more personalized than it actually is. It's just automated, whereas with video, you can't quite do that. In general, though, I really recommend video. More video over the holidays. More.
Yeah. And then let's see. So we have, so Michelle asked how to add emojis to the subject line for email blasts within Astro Marketing. So what I've done with that is I'm on a Mac, so I'm just adding it from the edit tab. I've also copy pasted it on there. There isn't like an actual specific like emoji insert button. So if you're able to type it, you can type it in there. And then let's see, is there an email marketing tutorial in the Astro Marketing portal? So we do have an extensive knowledge base related to the marketing suite. So you can access that directly from the Astro Marketing portal by clicking tutorials, which is to the left of the setup tab or your settings. And we have some campaign suggestions in there. Most of them are tied directly to the recipient list that you're able to generate based on your customers' interaction with either visiting your store or purchasing specific products or an engagement with their loyalty programs and so forth. But yeah, we're going to be doing more of these types of webinars and events that'll give you a more well-rounded suggestions and tips related on what's going on in the world. Oh, thank you so much, Matt. That's perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. And then Michelle, yes. So date-timed email is going to be available via Marketing Suite in 2025. The reason I chuckle is because Matt's chuckling too. So we've been saying this for a while now, and I'm so sorry. It's getting more and more embarrassing every time I tell people it's coming. It's one of those things where I guess it's one of those, like we have it as number one update on our priority for the Marketing Suite. We want to have have you be able to schedule things. I want it to go out on this time, on this day. That's number one. We have other updates that we're going to be adding to the My Promotions section, which is a way for you to create your own, in-store offers and promotions, either connected to a recipient list or available to all of your customers. We want to make that a little bit more easier for your cashiers to redeem for customers. So that's another update that we're working on. And because we're doing two, it's slowing things down a little bit. So it's coming, guys, I swear. I promise. Let's see. Michelle, yes. I love this. Okay, so I will add this to the list to our team. So again, with our marketing suite, anything that you have suggestion-wise or requests, or I wish it could do this or that, please let us know. That way we can add it to the pile. If we're going to be in there tweaking, code for one thing, we might as well tweak something like this. Like it would be, to your point, it would be nice to kind of be able to check multiple ones and click goodbye rather than having to go through each individual one. So yeah, we'll talk about that with our team. Thank you. Yeah, simply best holiday gift ever. I get you. I'm going through the same thing, trying to clean up our side of it. So the pain point is there with me too. Thank you for coming. We have a couple more questions.
I just got all of my contact information too. I realized I did not create a slide for that, which is horrible practice. My apologies, but it is all right there. I will. Yeah, feel free to email me. Feel free to give me a shout if you've got questions or anything like that. And
yeah,
like I said, this recording is going to be available as well. So
yeah, and I'll answer these real quick. So Caitlin asks, if I collect customers' email without them redeeming any Astro deals, will they still get marketing emails made through the suite? So yeah, so any email address that you add to pet owner accounts, you're essentially adding them to your email list. So if it's a requirement of the program, like they need to give you an email address in order to redeem something, they're also giving you their email address to communicate with them. So this is why it's so important to make sure that you're collecting valid information from your customers. It's actually, if somebody, for instance, doesn't want to give an email address or they don't feel comfortable doing so, one thing that I like to tell them is, when they have an email address on file, they're able to actually download the Astro app. From the app, they can opt out of email. They can also opt out of the first email that's sent to them. And the only one that's going to be sending them emails are going to be you. So they're not going to be spammed. Their information is not going to be given to any competitors or anything like that. That's just crazy. So yeah, they are part of your email list. And then let's see, size of the attachments for quick download. Let's see, our system doesn't allow for attachments. Matt, do you have any thoughts on this?
just mostly a follow-up question. Like, do you mean, because for most email marketing campaigns, you can't send a true attachment, build it into the campaign itself. I know that obviously you can send attachments through, Gmail or your personal email, but through an email marketing campaign, the best way to have a video or a hosted file is to provide a link in that email and buttons or links that go out to that, wherever that file or wherever that video is. So I don't know, I'm not totally sure if that answers your question, but if you want to phrase it in a way that hopefully I can, I would be happy to.
Okay. And then I have from Jennifer. So let's see. So for the marketing suite, now under your settings, it's the very first setting option. So it's new customer information settings. There is a box that you can check to make it so that if you do enter a phone number for a new customer, you're automatically opting them into SMS. Now, any of your people that already have phone numbers entered on their pet owner accounts, there is no way to do a true mass opt-in via Astro. Now, you can request one from us, and essentially how that would work is we usually offer this to people that were using other SMS platforms before. So you already have your customers that are like, hey, I signed up for SMS. I know I'm supposed to be getting texts from, insert pet store name here. So you've already gathered that information. Now, and we'll send out mass opt-ins on that, and people can agree to that. Now, if you've never done this before, if Astro is the first time you're using SMS, we could send a mass opt-in, but on that side, it's like you would have to be responsible for any backlash that you get. If you have a customer or customers that you think would be surprised or upset about getting a random text from you when they don't remember ever signing up for one, that's just part of the game. So it's up to you if you want to go and do that. On the marketing suite, you actually can make a recipient list that'll show you how many customers you have opted in for SMS at this point. So I can send you a link for that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lots of good questions.
Yeah. There we go.
Anyone else got any burning questions related to a holiday email marketing or email marketing in general, or using the Astro suite?
Yeah, and that's one of those things. Like there's so many Black Friday offers right now, and offers don't typically, I think it's extremely rare if they require any sort of contact information like an email or phone number. But you can always say, hey, would you like to sign up to get more deals like this? And since they're getting something, they're more likely to give you that piece of information.
True.
For sure.
True. Can also create some FOMO too, like in the store. Like you have an email that goes out just to a specific recipient list, and a customer realizes that this other customer got something that, or was informed about something that they weren't, they're going to get a little jealous and want to be on that email list. So don't be afraid to utilize that kind of in-store engagement through email as well.
Yeah. And then, there we go. Okay, cool. And then I have, so we did do a landing page for Black Friday offers. So this is where you can go for that. And so that page is going to have links to all of the available offers in the US and Canada. So we have separate lists for both to make it a little bit easier for you guys. And we also have some promotional assets. So, images, videos, that kind of thing. So they can be used as banner images in your email marketing. They can be used in your social media marketing, etc. So
these deals are crazy. $15, $20 off.
Yeah, they're nuts. They go wild.
It's awesome.
Yeah, they go wild. So it's really cool, like how much the brands get involved in this. They submit their offers so far in advance, and they get a lot of thought. So yeah,
there's a lot of competition for them too, and like they realize customers really are only going to opt into one of these. They got to do what they can to stand out. So
absolutely.
Yes, email is, Caitlin, I'm reading your comment there. Social media is such a different environment and challenging, where you have to fight for scraps, I would say. It's just very difficult to stand out. Whereas email, like these people have given you permission, like they want to hear from you. It's not just clutter and noise. They want the stuff that you're going to put out there. You just have to make sure that there's a concerted effort to put it out there and give it to them.
And then Renee asked this. So, okay, so if you're using the Astro Marketing Suite, I absolutely would have, a way for you to collect that information from your customers so you can add it to Astro. So your customer list in Astro is your marketing list. Now, if you are looking for a little bit more of a seamless way of doing this, if you're using the Astro Marketing Suite, that means that you have access to our advanced points platform. So if you pair points with marketing, you get advanced events and actionable items. So like, for instance, you can give your customers bonus points for giving you their phone number or their email information when you add them as a new customer to Astro. And points also allows you to create a very, very accurate engagement list. So you can, since you're clocking every single transaction when your customer comes in your store, you know definitively how many visits that they've made to your store within a certain period of time. So you can do kind of like little carrot lures where it's like, hey, we haven't seen you in like 3 months. Miss you, come see us, that kind of thing. So Astro Points is a really, really good way of doing that. But yeah, I would say it depends on what email marketing or just marketing campaign platform that you're using as to whether or not to collect that email and that phone number if they're not getting anything that's part of a loyalty program.
I would still recommend it, like regardless, like you just don't know what if for some reason like Facebook and Instagram went down over Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. Like if that's your only channel, you're in trouble. You know what I mean? So the email marketing campaign, that list that you have, your list of subscribers is proprietary. It's like the one thing that you kind of own that, right? Because Facebook and Instagram own your audience on those platforms. TikTok owns your audience on that platform. But that email list, like if you wanted to, you could take that email list to any different email marketing campaign or platform, right? Like you could go to Astro or you could go to MailChimp or Constant Contact or any others. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because Astro is probably the best for pet retailers specifically. But like you can't do that with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat. Like those audiences are not proprietary in the way that your list is.
That's very true. And to answer Renee's question, so the points in Astro, now points is part of our custom programs. So custom programs are in-house promotions and things in loyalty programs that you run, that you are the fulfillment of them. So you can create a points program for anything that you like. Some people use them to encourage cross promotion of services, especially if you have grooming and retail in your store and you're having a hard time crossing over that customer base to get them to do both rather than just one or the other. So you can have a points program where they earn points when they purchase, retail items, for instance, and then they can spend those points on rewards and free services or discounted services in your grooming department, or vice versa, or like a combination of both. So it's a good idea to do math. Math is you can keep it really simple when it comes to points. You can have, for every $1 spent, they get 1 point. And then you can say, okay, well, what would that discount be? What would the free item be that I would give to them when they earn X amount of points? So if they've earned, 300 points, that's $300. What would you give them for that? What percent? So you can do like a 3% cash back. You can do 5% cash back, that kind of thing, and kind of figure it out there. But we do have, tips for creating that style of program. And of course, you can hit us up at support@Astro Loyalty, and a member of our team can help you there. To have let's see. All right. Anything else that comes to mind? Any any more wish list items for the marketing suite, or just anything in general that you're hoping to see in 2025 from us?
Scheduling.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just
I will.
like if I were on the West Coast and I wanted to send an early email marketing campaign for an East Coast client, I'd have to launch it at 5 in the morning my time.
Oh yeah, Matt is helping out a bunch of Astro retailers manage their campaigns and their marketing suites and so forth. So yeah, it's a very valid point.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, always happy to nerd out on all things marketing. Again, my contact information is down there in the chat. So if you want to talk marketing, if you want to talk marketing for your business, give me a shout. Go to the website, use the contact form. Yeah, happy to chat with you. Tell you about how we partner with pet retailers across the country and help them have super busy, overflowing Q4 holiday sales.
Perfect. Awesome. Yes, and we're going to make this a series. So there's many marketing professionals within the pet industry network. So we're going to invite more of those folks to talk to you about what they specialize in. So you can expect things from people that specialize in Pinterest and SEO and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, we're excited to keep this going for y'all.
Be cool.
Yeah.
Be super cool.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Have
and
a great holiday. You, Kat, and everyone else here.
Thank you. Y'all take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.